Okay, hello everybody. This is Amin Mojara with Imagination Everywhere and the RIA Institute. This video is the first in a series on classic ASP, and what I intend to do in this series is not to give you basic lessons on classic ASP. There are plenty of tutorials and blogs out there on that. But what I will do in this series is look at some advanced functions for classic ASP that I know developers are out there tackling. Also, in this first video, we're gonna look at configuring the latest version of Internet Information Server 7 from Microsoft to run classic ASP applications. I know there are a lot of developers out there who have expressed very real heartache or headaches with running classic ASP applications on the IIS7 and configuring it. So it was pretty simple for me to do it. So I wanted to demonstrate how I did it. I'm not going to demonstrate how to install and all that stuff of IIS7 and things like that. There are videos out there to do that. If you go to IIS.net, you can find that out. Also, I wanted to show you an application that I'm actually taking as a classic ASP application and redesigning it and reconfiguring it, and not only classic ASP but ASP.net, and that it's a front-end database system that we're using for permastaffing.com. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, let's start with the website that I was talking to you about. If we go to first and foremost, let's go to permastaffing.com. And if you click on this job search page right here, you can see that this is the end user front end for an ASP page. You can search for jobs by discipline and by job type, and you can search for within the area and the state, all over the country. Basically, this classic ASP application has allowed PermaStaff associates to go from a local Winter Park staffing agency, only able to staff those local to the Orlando area, to going to a national staffing agency. And we have been using this classic ASP application for almost 4 years now. And the front end, the database front end to that, is this right here. Here's the login to this classic ASP front end, where we retrieve all the data. So when people come in and they filling out an application, I as the recruiter receive their information here. I've had to customize this a lot in order to fit our needs. So they put in their application here. They go ahead and fill out an application, and then they come here and they I get the information and I'm able to do certain things. So this is a classic example of a classic ASP application. They have over 800,000 resumes or 900,000 resumes in the database that we can search from, and over 5,400 people are members of our ASP membership system. So this is a good example of what classic ASP can do for you. This is a very, very useful technology. So let's go ahead and see. Open up IIS7, the Internet Information Services Server Manager, and see how we can run and test IIS7 pages on this server. So I have it open, and again, there's already a tutorial on how to install and configure this. what I really wanted to get to is, if you're running IIS, if you're running ASP pages here, the first thing you have to do is set your application pool. And as you can see, I had to set a specific application pool for ASP. And if we go to the advanced settings, I had to set it with a .NET framework with no managed code, a classic managed pipeline code, and I just named it ASP. You can name it anything. I gave it a default identity of application pool identity, and this is what you have to do in order to run ASP pages. If not, basically what they'll run is this right here, this default application pool, which is integrated and is running a .NET Framework 2.0. You don't want to do that. You want to go up here and add an application pool, put in whatever you want, come down here, no managed code and classic, and it'll take you to some other places. And what you wanted to do initially is run to the default website, which is port 80. And if we browse to port 80, this is what we get. Amin Mojara is also an ASP developer. Now, why did we get that? Well, if we go to our default document, the default ASP is the lead document. But if I go, say for instance, and I go IIS, I get this. I get the information default page, and that is because this is already listed in here, the IIS start HTML. So the default ASP is listed as my top page. But if I wanted to say, I already have another file in here. So I got loops .asp. So all I have to do is type in ASP, and here we go. We have a situation where this is running a for each loop. So you got the headings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I basically design all of my classic ASP pages in Expression Web 3. I know how to write classic ASP in VB script and in JavaScript, so that's basically what I do. So when I'm migrating, or when I'm designing an ASP page, for instance, this loops page, this is what I'm doing. Or I can go to the default ASP page, and here you are, the ASP code, response outright, parentheses, colon, parentheses, quotation marks. Amin Mojara is also an ASP developer, quotation marks in parentheses, and then we end with these two tags right here, the percent and the right arrow, and we start with the left arrow and the percent tags. Those are the tags that you need to write with to run ASP pages. And as you can see, when that's ran, and I click on localhost, I get that. So you don't see the ASP, the tags, but if you view the source, you see everything else. You see the hello world in the title, and you see just basically text written. So ASP is a very powerful language. Those of you who may have had trouble with IIS, as you can see, I've basically showed you how you can basically run your website for ASP pages, and I look forward to these next videos that will get more depth into SQL Server and other things regarding ASP, forms, variables, everything that has to do with ASP. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that you got something out of this, and look forward to seeing you watch the next video in this series. Thank you.